All right, so we're gonna be doing Blazers offseason preview. You guys are gonna have a little bonding time with the Blazers, and I'm literally gonna be the odd man out, but I'll try to contribute.
Oh, you're a Blazers fan, right? You know you are.
I wouldn't.
You know you are.
I mean, I like Gary Trent. That's about it.
Gary Trent Jr. That is.
Gary Trent. Yeah. Does he have a
He's
nickname?
about to get paid.
Yeah, that's.
He's about to get the check.
Yeah.
Do you want to? So Jonah, what kind of you want to start off with the Blazers?
Yeah, so I thought we could kind of start out, as we so often do, by just giving sort of the financial breakdown for the Blazers. So of all the teams who have sort of been impacted by the lowering of the projected salary cap from 115 to 109, I feel like the Blazers are probably at the top of that list. Like, the Blazers were shaken up to be a team with a little bit of cap space this summer, and they could still access a little bit of cap space via cutting Trevor Ariza and just waiving his contract for this year. But that would only free up about $8 or $9 million worth of cap space. And so it probably wouldn't even be worth it. I think you just take Trevor Ariza and take the $9.6 non-taxpayer MLE. And so the main mechanisms the Blazers are going to have for improving the roster is going to be the 16th overall draft pick, the $9.6 million MLE, the $3.6 biannual exception, and a $6 million trade exception that they acquired in the Kent Bazemore trade with the Kings. So I guess those are the main things we'll talk about today.
Hey, did you make that little spreadsheet, or is that the thing, your subscription again?
Yeah, that was the
subscription. You just plugged it in.
I don't really make them anymore. That was too big of a hassle.
Yeah, that's insane. This is so sick, though. This is right up your alley, bro.
I know.
I bet you could stare at these charts all day.
I do.
That's wild. But yeah. Dude, Caleb Swanigan's still on your payroll?
No, only if we bring him back. He's a free agent, though.
I loved that man.
Yeah.
He was a beast. Not in the NBA, though.
Okay.
Wesley or Channon, do either of you guys have any opening thoughts about this offseason?
I was just thinking, like, with the MLE being like $9 million, we could maybe discuss like some potential options for that, maybe. Because I don't know, I have some guys that I like Jeremy Grant, Jay Crowder, Gallinari.
All right, I like that. Obviously, yeah,
Jay Crowder, yes.
A big need at the wing for the Blazers this year.
Yeah.
I'm just staring at this, trying to figure out what this stuff kind of means.
Problem is, except for Jay Crowder might be the most doable of those.
Yeah.
The other two are pretty appealing right now, like Jeremy Grant.
Everyone wants Jeremy Grant, so he's
everyone wants him.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jeremy Grant's a beast. And he matches up well with all those like big guys too.
He would be so good for us though.
Yeah, for sure, dude.
I think the Nuggets are probably going to be very motivated to keep Jeremy Grant. So I feel like those two will probably work out a deal. The interesting one to me is Jay Crowder. And that's because I really only feel like Jay Crowder could help a competitive team like the Blazers. Like, I don't really think he'd be a key target for like a Charlotte or Detroit.
Right.
Just because I don't think he really raises the floor on kind of a non-competitive lottery team. But I think the Blazers, like obviously as Wesley was hinting to, big holes at the wings this year, especially when it came to like defense and shooting. We kind of saw the absence of a Mo Harkless or an Al-Farouq Aminu, or obviously Rodney Hood being hurt most of the year. It was kind of a position of need for large stretches. And so I think Jay Crowder is kind of the perfect guy you can plug into that hole. He shoots well. He can defend. He has the size to go up against some of like the bigger wings in the NBA. Obviously, you saw him guard Giannis for large portions of that series. So I think he's a guy who could step in and help the Blazers right away. And the reason I think that's a more realistic option than like a Jeremy Grant is because Miami is one of the teams who I think is kind of fully committed to the 2021 cap space derby and kind of saving that money and keeping a clean sheet to bring in Giannis. And so I think what we could see happen is Miami offering Jay Crowder a lucrative 1-year deal to stick around and kind of keep the band together So maybe along the lines of like 1 year, 15 or 16 mil. But the Blazers can give him that longevity because with the MLE, you get 9.6 mil in the first year. And I think that comes with 6% raises. So the lifespan of the contract would be 4 years, a little over 40 mil. And so you could really see if Jay Crowder kind of prioritizes long-term security over that like first initial payday, he could be tempted to come to Portland.
That'd be so sick for the Blazers. If you could get Jay, I love him. He's so good.
What do you guys think of Serge Ibaka?
I don't know, bro. Isn't he kind of old?
He is, but
I think
He's still
really
got
good.
good years. He's still got good years for sure. I think he would actually fit well. Stretch the floor out a little bit, but he's physical inside still.
I think he's like a more polished, more developed Zach Collins. So
Yeah, that's facts. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think big man depth is going to be an important thing for the Blazers this offseason. Just sort of given the injury history of Zach Collins and Yusuf Nurkic, I think having that insurance and security is going to be something that Olshey has to think about when he builds this roster.
Yeah.
Or like who are all like the centers for the Blazers? It's Nurk, and then is Zach Collins, does he count?
I would consider him a center, but I don't know if Neil Olshey and Terry Stotts would agree with me.
I personally think we should move him to backup center. Yeah.
What does he play like right now?
He's a starting power forward for us.
Oh, got it. Would the Blazers be kind of in a role to, like, would they be willing to get? Because like I feel like it would be so because like if you got Serge Ibaka, that'd be huge. But I mean, like I feel like I don't know. There's some other guys on here that would be kind of sick. What about Marc Gasol?
He left. I think he retired, right?
Did he?
Or is he going to Spain?
He talked about going to Europe, but I really think that a guy like Marc Gasol or Serge Ibaka would probably be a somewhat expensive guy who we'd have to use that MLE on. And I'd much rather use the MLE on a wing or maybe a backup guard, because center is like the most easily replaceable position in the NBA. And we see it like every year, teams just getting quality backup centers. Like Dwight Howard got paid $2 million a year. Like Enes Kanter is making $5 million a year. I just feel like we could probably get a quality because we only want a backup center, and maybe even the third center if you consider Zach Collins. So I don't know if we should be allocating like our most valuable resources towards a 5.
Yeah. What about re-signing just to get Hassan back?
I'm not a Hassan fan at all.
Really?
Yeah. I'm
Why?
not a fan of defensively. He moves too slow, like laterally. And I'm not a big fan of his motor. Like,
yeah.
It's
inconsistent. I felt like he did a pretty good job this year, but I don't think he's a part of us making like a run.
Mm-hmm. You really?
And I would also assume Hassan Whiteside will kind of want to find a team where there's a more clear role for him.
I think you kind of saw that in the playoffs, definitely.
Yeah.
One thing I saw, and I want to know what you guys think, is the possibility of sending Trevor Ariza, Anthony Simons or Simons? Why can't I
Simon
on that?
Simon.
I always go back and forth. Simons.
Wow, dude, you're not a real Blazer fan.
Apparently not. And our pick to Orlando for Aaron Gordon.
I'd be down for that. Yeah, I think Aaron Gordon.
Guy.
Yeah, having another guy who can handle the ball and defend multiple positions is something we need. Like,
and the athleticism too is helpful.
Yeah,
for sure, dude. That guy's he's a freak. He's literally insane.
What are your thoughts, Jonah?
Well, do you think Orlando says yes to that?
Well, I mean, I think that
Orlando
Simons would kind of be appealing to them.
Yeah, I agree, because they've been wanting a point guard for as long as I can remember.
He's definitely a young, exciting point guard, and I don't think we really need that. I don't really know that he's in our future anymore. I used to kind of really holding on to the idea of him and Trent having them as like backups, but with CJ developing into like someone who's capable of running the offense when Dame needs a break, and they both can play so many minutes. Like, I feel like I don't know how much we really need that as much as we need a guy like Aaron Gordon.
Yeah, that's a good point. And I don't really feel like the opportunity cost of trading that draft pick isn't very high for the Blazers because I feel like we prioritize a guy like Aaron Gordon who could help us compete in like Dame and CJ's prime.
And we also have like Little and like potentially Gabriel, guys who are already trying to develop, like, and we're not really in it for like we're not in like Charlotte's position where we're like looking to just develop a bunch of players. Like we want to take advantage of Dame's prime while it's here and stuff,
For sure.
Ooh,
I don't know. Oh.
No, it's okay. You can go.
I don't know if Orlando does that because I forgot that Jonathan Isaac, he'll be out for like a whole season. So they might want to hold on to Aaron Gordon.
That's true, but I feel like they still kind of want to, like, I feel like Jonathan Isaac, I mean, I guess with the injury, that's true, but like, I feel like they kind of want to focus on him, and that kind of like makes Gordon the odd guy out in Orlando, like in the future, and from a long perspective. But I mean, what about that same deal for Kelly Oubre? What would you think of that? I think me and Jonah are on the same page about that.
Do you like Kelly Oubre?
We do like Kelly.
Yeah, I love Kelly Oubre.
He's a beast, dude. Dude, the Magic have the Chief, Al Farouk. That's pretty sick.
Yeah, me and Jonah.
Actually, oh, go ahead, Channon.
We've been pretty big Oubre fans since he blew kisses at us.
Oh yeah.
No way.
Oh yeah. Me and Channon were in attendance for his career high.
Yeah.
But anyway, Orlando's kind of an interesting team because I feel like they've got to see the writing on the walls. Like they've been sort of first round cannon fodder for the last 2 years now. And so I think it's either time for them to make a big move forward or a big move backwards. And I think like with Jonathan Isaac being out for this year, I feel like they could be looking at a bit of a down year, and maybe they will be willing to start liquidating their Aaron Gordon and like Nick Vucevic stock. So I don't know. You never know. Like they could be having a fire sale this summer is all I'm saying. But you never know with the Magic either. Like,
dude, Magics don't need a point guard. They have Markelle Fultz. Best point guard in the league right there, dude.
He looked kind of good this year.
So. No, wasn't he like on the come up a little bit? And he's only 22.
Oh, really? He's still only 22?
Yeah.
That's
because he literally left UW when he was 19?
That's crazy.
And then he was on he got drafted by the Sixers, right?
Yeah.
And then injuries just kind of plagued him.
He just got clowned because he sucked because he couldn't shoot. But another thing I saw was sending Simons and the pick to Atlanta for Cam Reddish.
Wow, I like that one more, I think.
Why do people want Anthony or whatever his name is? Like, what would be people? Why would they want Simons?
Well, he has a lot of potential.
Yeah, he's shown flashes. To me, he's not. He just hasn't been consistent enough. But I mean, he's so young, so young, and he's definitely
our age, right?
Like some serious talent and skill. Yeah.
Damn.
So I think he's a pretty appealing young point guard.
Yeah, he likes to shoot the 3 ball, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, so why do the Cam Reddish deal? You guys think Cam Reddish is better than Rodney Hood at this point, or?
Well,
I forgot Rodney Hood. He's kind of a beast.
It's hard to tell how Rodney Hood's going to come back from the Achilles, but if Rodney was playing the way he was last year, I think Rodney's a little better.
Yeah, I personally think we need to target like players who are on more of Dame's timeline, win now players. Mm-hmm. I feel like Cam Reddish is more of that Anthony Simons type, like developing.
Yeah, that's true. Also, like not that different from like a Nasir Little. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
Like who would be a win now kind of guy? Like Jay?
Yeah, Jay Crowder.
I would say Gordon kind of. I think he's ready.
Yeah, Gordon. Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't really seen a ton of him.
And Kelly Oubre would be in that category.
Yeah, definitely.
too.
Whew. I would love to bring Kelly Oubre to Portland. I
He'd
would
bring so much. Could you imagine Kelly Oubre and Gary Trent Jr. together, bro?
Oh, dude, I would know if he comes. We're buying the jersey. I am at least.
Channon's gonna have the Kelly Oubre jersey in every color, probably.
Yeah, I gotta buy the whole collection.
I need to get Andrew Wiggins jersey.
I guess since we already hit on Gary Trent Jr., I think another important storyline for the Blazers offseason is just going to be that negotiation with Gary Trent Jr. Obviously, he's extension eligible. We kind of hit on this last night with Devontae Graham, sort of that second round pick, 2 years of service extension, which is 4 additional years at the average player salary, which shakes out to 4 years, 51 million. I think the Blazers give that to Gary Trent in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
100%.
Yeah.
You can't
Do you
let
guys
that guy
think-
go. He
Do
brings
you
so
guys
much.
think Gary accepts that though?
I think he does. Honestly,
I think he does too.
yeah.
It was. I mean, he was amazing in the bubble, but that's not that long of a period of time, to demand much more than that. I feel like
Yeah,
it's not
that's
true.
true.
Throughout the whole season. That would be a different story.
Yeah, it's a small sample size.
And I think something the Blazers should probably try to do is just I know it's kind of tricky in these situations to sort of play hardball with your guys, but I don't think I'd give them that offer on like the first day of free agency, Like
Yeah,
I don't think I'd
agree.
want to seem over eager, like, oh, they're giving me the max right away. Like
Yeah,
I'd probably wait till like the second or third day and give it to
Yeah.
them.
that makes sense.
So, are you guys in favor of using our first round pick or trading it?
Where is it? Where are they in the draft?
16.
If anything, I would be in favor of trading up because I think there is a really interesting crop of wings in this year's draft, like Aaron Nesmith, Sadiq Bey, Devin Vassell. Like I'd be ecstatic to land either of those 3 guys, but I think most of the mock drafts have them like disappearing at like 13 or 12. So if anything, I'd kind of want to move up, I feel like, so I could get one of those 3 guys.
I think I'm most interested in a package with Simons and potentially Ariza trading the pick to try to get more of a win now player.
Yeah, especially just for Dame, and
Yeah,
he's
for sure.
in the midst of his prime. I want us to do whatever we can to get that man a ring.
Yeah, for sure. And honestly, I think Gordon might be a slightly better option than Crowder, like if I had the choice, just because I feel like Gordon's still developing and I feel like Crowder's obviously reached his peak. And I think Dame I feel like he could have an even better season than he had this year still. And I think he's definitely I feel like Dame has more years than Crowder. And I would like to take Gordon over Crowder because realistically, we're probably not contending for the championship this year.
Or like the next, probably a year after that too.
Be careful what you say.
Wow.
So when do you realistically see them winning a championship though, honestly?
2022.
Yeah.
If we get Crowder or Gordon and we stay healthy, I think
If we stay healthy.
If we stay healthy, that's the biggest.
That's the biggest thing for sure.
Yeah.
This year, you said?
Yeah.
If we stay healthy and if Rodney Hood returns to his level of play that he was at before.
And if Anthony Simons takes the next step, either him or Nasir Little needs to take the next step, I think.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Who's that?
Come on, bro.
Who's Nasir Little?
He was our first round pick in 2019.
Did he play this year?
Yeah,
A little bit.
Did he play in the bubble?
No,
he
he had a concussion.
Oh, okay. Then that's why.
If we stay at 16, do you guys have any players you like at all? I mentioned those 3 wings, so I don't think he'll be around by then. But
Where's
I
my boy
think
Obi
Sadiq could
Toppin
be-
going in the draft?
Obi Toppin's gonna go probably somewhere between like 6 and 10, if
Got
I
it.
had to guess.
Sorry, bro. I didn't mean to cut you off there. We
No
kinda talked at the
worries.
same
No,
time.
yeah. I personally think Sadiq Bey will be at 16.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah.
I would love Sadiq Bey.
He'd be a perfect fit because he's basically like a Robert Covington type guy, and that's the type of guy that we've always needed.
Yeah, and I think even though he's a rookie, I think he'd be ready to compete in sort of like a win now situation, just like by virtue of his shooting, defense, and size. I think those are all like sort of assets that'll automatically translate to the professional league.
Yep, and he's a Villanova product, and they always do good.
Mm-hmm.
You got Eric
Exactly.
Pascal, Dante DiVincenzo, Mikal Bridges, all those guys.
100% Jalen Brunson. But yeah, a guy who I feel like I see draft or mocked to the Blazers more than any other guy, especially recently, is Precious Achiuwa. Do either of you guys have any strong feelings about Precious Achiuwa?
I have zero idea who that person is.
Personally, I think like we already have a guy in that same form. It's Wenyen Gabriel. So
I love Wenyen.
yeah.
I was gonna say I feel like the Blazers between Wenyen Gabriel, Nazir Little, and Jalen Horde, we already have like too many athletic power forwards who aren't like refined enough to play in the NBA. So it would be a tough pass for me on Precious.
Yeah.
Bro, Moses Brown, he was that dude he was on UCLA, right?
Yeah.
Bro, wasn't he the guy that like had his chin down and like Jalen Hands or whatever like went like this to him? Isn't that who that was?
Yeah, that was him. Yeah.
Bro, because I remember I went to the OSU UCLA game and I was like, this man is a monster. He wasn't like a world beater or anything, but like he's absolutely massive. That's crazy. I had no idea he was even on the Blazers. That's crazy.
He probably won't be after this year though. Like I think his tenure as a Blazer has most likely come to an end.
He sucks.
Was he a rookie this year?
What?
Was he a rookie this year?
Yeah, he was on a 2-way contract though. But yeah.
Oh, okay.
He's horrible. He's one of those 7'3" guys who doesn't know how to run. I mean, I don't really blame him. It's not really his fault. He's 7'3", but
Easy. Who's Jalen Adams?
He was a backup, or not backup, but he was like a bench point guard we signed before the bubble, and he didn't really play at all.
Low-key kind of a bucket, though.
The real question is, who is Dame Lillard? Man's trash.
All right. Well, I'm going to pretend you didn't say that, but another guy who I thought we could talk about is in a similar camp to Gary Trent Jr., also extension eligible this summer. And that is Zach Collins, who has been on the Blazers for 3 years, meaning we can pay him up to his 25% max. But that obviously will not be necessary. Do you guys see any merit to offering Zach Collins any long-term money this summer?
No, he's got to prove it this year, I think.
Yeah.
He's got to prove it this year, yeah.
He's got to have a good, healthy season. Yeah.
The only situation I could see Zach Collins coming back is because I think like Zach Collins' perception of himself as a player and the Blazers' perception of Zach Collins as a player are probably at two different spots right now. And so I think...
What do you mean?
Like, I feel like the Blazers, like, they're not going to pay him that much money. Like, he's just too big of a risk. We haven't really seen it with him. And I feel like Zach Collins, like, if I'm Zach Collins or if I'm Zach Collins' agent, I still feel like he's a guy with a lot of potential. He should kind of, like, try to, I guess, prove it this year and kind of earn a higher wage. And so I feel like the Zach Collins valuation of himself and the Blazers' valuation of Zach Collins is probably at two different spots right now. And I think those are always situations where it's tough to get a deal done. I think like my analog for Zach Collins would be those centers. We've been seeing kind of the young guys with some potential who have been getting like between 6 and 8 million. So like a Ivica Zubac or Montrezl Harrell's previous contract would be, I guess, another one. I would feel comfortable signing Zach Collins to like between 6 and 9 mil a year, but I just don't know if Zach would dip that low.
Yeah. I mean, how many years has Zach been on the Blazers?
3.
3? Yeah.
Yeah. And
I don't
he's
know.
definitely shown flashes. Like I feel
Yeah, for sure.
He's like
I feel like he
he's
could
a scrapper too. Like,
That's kind of he gets in foul trouble so much.
yeah.
He really helped us
definitely
in
doesn't
the
back down.
in the Denver series last year. He was a big key.
Oh yeah, that's facts.
Yeah.
Dude, Dame Lillard averaged 30 points a game this year.
Yeah.
Does that surprise you?
Damn. No, it doesn't surprise me, but it's just like that's a lot. It's a lot of puntos.
I think if we're a top 3 seed next year, and I think he could win MVP.
That's what we were talking about yesterday.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Oh,
I think we said that like exact same thing or something. Yeah,
Yeah, he's your early prediction, right, Channon?
yeah, for sure.
For MVP,
Yes.
Giannis, yes. Giannis wins MVP again. No, JK, Luka Doncic.
That's who I picked too.
Yeah, I can see that. I see that 110%.
What do you
Or Steph?
the LaMarcus Aldridge rumors?
Get him back?
Yeah,
Yes. How old is
you
he?
like that?
Yeah.
He's old.
Isn't he pretty? Isn't he good? He's on the Spurs.
Yeah,
Yeah, bro. How old is he though? Like 32, 33?
he's got to be older than that.
Really?
It's like
Older than
35, I thought.
Yeah,
Oh shoot, for real?
yeah. He's not super.
Yeah.
He's still a pure shooter, but not super mobile.
Imagine if you guys had like, oh yeah, he's 35. Imagine if you had like, wait, because when did you lose him?
2015.
Mm-hmm.
And then how much? When did you guys get Nurk?
17, right?
Yeah, 2017. Yeah.
Like after.
What did he leave? Did LaMarcus leave in free agency?
Yeah.
Oh, so like the Blazers gave him an offer, but he decided to walk away.
Dang, LaMarcus
Yeah.
met with the Lakers, didn't he?
Really?
I'm pretty sure he did in that free agency.
Damn. Yeah, but what if they had Nurk and Aldridge? They would have won some titles, bro.
I don't really think
Serious?
Nurk and Aldridge would fit together in the
Why not?
Because I feel like Aldridge is more at home when he's like protecting the rim, and I don't really think I trust him defending on the perimeter, which I think is
Yeah.
something that a lot of power forwards are asked to do these days, and so
Yeah, that's facts.
yeah.
Is Dwight
you guys
Howard
see,
a free agent? Wait, my bad. Sorry.
Oh, did you guys see what's been going on Twitter between Nurkic and Gallinari?
I haven't.
No.
What happened?
Oh, so basically, like these past few weeks, Nurkic has been like liking tweets about like Gallinari coming to Portland.
Oh,
And
really?
he also, yeah. And also Gallinari, like 2 days ago, he posted a tweet. He was like, "Where should I go next?" And then
What?
Nurkic commented, yeah. And then Nurkic commented, brother, like in like Bosnian or something. And then everyone was like freaking out.
Are they both Bosnian? Don't say yes.
No, they're not.
Oh.
I think they're good friends though. And they both played in Denver for like 3 years. So
Oh,
they have
that's
a
facts.
connection.
Oh,
Yeah,
I didn't think that was
That-
really a possibility anymore.
that could be an option.
And Jonah and Kellan, you know how I feel about social media likes. We were talking about this yesterday.
They never
yeah.
lie.
They never lie. They never lie. So we'll pick up Gallinari now and then Giannis in 2021. Gotcha.
Oh yeah, wasn't someone liking Giannis's post or something? Oh, is it Dame?
Yeah. Dame liked a picture that was like, imagine if Giannis came to Portland or something.
He also liked a tweet about Jeremy Grant. Him and CJ both liked a tweet about
Who
Jeremy
did?
Grant coming. Dame and CJ.
We're
They
going to
did.
act in the near future, boys. We're going to have all the players we're talking about.
Could you imagine? Bro,
Uh,
what if Dame was a Warrior? That would be so sick. I could so see it. How long is his contract though? He's like locked up forever though, huh?
They are in need of an upgrade at point guard, huh?
Yeah.
I think their
Yeah.
point guard right now is kind of washed up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
And
you guys
apparently,
would have the same amount of rings if you guys had Dame. Yeah.
bro,
Whatever.
do you think?
actually, I don't think
Thompson-
Dame would lose from being down.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's true.
true.
Dame wouldn't blow a 3-1 lead.
Dame
No
wouldn't
way.
be up 3-1.
Yes, he would. With Clay and Dre, yeah, he would.
Yeah, see, give Draymond some respect.
Draymond's
Shannon,
a beast.
Who are you
listen up.
talking to?
Hey, do you think Klay Thompson, Wesley, is going to be back to normal this year? Or are you going to be a hater like Jonah and say, no, he's not?
I think he'll be fine because he doesn't really rely on his athleticism. So I think he
What do
should
you
be
mean?
fine. Like he's not like an explosive like Russell Westbrook type. Like
Mhm.
a lot of his things, a lot of his movements are just off the ball, catch and shoot. And
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
I agree. Jonah thinks it's this massive problem that he it was
Well,
this-
I think he was one of the best defenders at shooting guard in the NBA.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah.
And I don't think that'll carry over. I think he'll be more of a small forward this year. And I also think his shot is so good and so quick and such a smooth high release that I don't really think his effectiveness as just a spot up shooter is going to decrease in any significant way. But I do think it's going to be harder for him to get off those shots. Like I think the explosiveness and the athleticism sort of matters if you're like coming off screens or sort of running in the flow of the offense. And I think even like a marginal decrease in like speed or athleticism could like affect the amount of shots he's going to get off. So I'm more worried about volume than efficiency for Klay Thompson coming back from the injury.
yeah. When Jeremy Grant, when they were playing the Lakers, was he guarding AD?
LeBron mostly. Yeah,
Oh, he was
AD
guarding
and
LeBron. Okay. Yeah, dude. I feel like he'd be such a good pickup.
Yeah, I worry he's a little bit out of our price range, but I would love to see him in a Blazer jersey.
What is the price range that the Blazers are looking at?
9.6 mil
Oh, for like a 1-year deal?
or 4 years.
9.6 for 4 years?
per year.
Yeah, per year.
Oh, yeah. I was gonna say,
Yeah.
geez, bro, no one's gonna come.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think if Grant isn't in, he's gonna cost a lot more than that.
He's definitely going to go for 15 to 17, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is absolutely insane. What's Danilo's price range?
Well, Danilo said that he's willing to take a price cut this year. 'cause
That's my boy right there, dude.
So what about like a Trevor Ariza sign-in trade? Do you think that could be?
Yeah, Trevor Ariza and a first-round pick for Gallo. I'm down. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think we'd even have to include the first round pick?
I don't know, but if I'd be willing to go that far because it's Gallo. He's a monster.
Yeah, but I mean if he told OKC he was like gonna leave anyway, like I feel like the Thunder don't have like enough leverage to take a first round pick from us. Like maybe we could give him a second to be nice, but I'm 100% with you. Like if it meant getting Gallo, I'd throw in the first. I just don't know if that would be necessary.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
Yeah, that would be sick.
I'm not buying his jersey, but that would be sick.
Why not?
The only thing I'm missing is a Portland Oubre jersey.
What would Oubre be coming at? He'd be expensive, huh?
Careful how you phrase that.
What?
Kelly, your brace on it.
Only you think about it like that, dude. Did you see Paul Pierce the other day? Like,
It's Oubre.
who did Paul Pierce talk about the other day? He was talking about he was like, we're just getting a
say
little.
some crazy stuff.
Paul Pierce was like talking about we're only getting like a little taste of someone, but I want like,
yeah.
Who was he
How
talking?
do you say that, dude?
Why?
How do you say that?
What?
Like, how does he not know how horrible that sounds?
Because he's on ESPN and he's not thinking.
No,
And it's
dude, that's
Paul
terrible.
Pierce. He's just gonna think. He's just gonna say what's on his mind. But like, who was he talking about?
I don't know.
Dude, that's gonna kill me.
Yeah. Did you guys see the early power rankings?
On what website?
The Warriors on some of them like aren't even in the top 10.
On this one, the Warriors were in the top 10, and it was outrageous. The Miami was 9.
How's it outrageous?
The Warriors were like 3, and Miami was 9.
Yes. When the Warriors are back to healthy, they're literally top 5 team.
Miami was in the finals.
Who cares? Wait, where's Miami
The Warriors
at?
aren't back to healthy yet. Like, we haven't seen them play healthy yet. So, like,
But they are. Wait, where's Miami at?
They were at 9, bro. I'm trying to see where this was.
That's a top 10 team.
Yeah, but they were in the freaking.
They were in the COVID
ESPN.
finals, bro.
ESPN. Okay, the Warriors are 6th. How is Kappa?
I was looking at one, and they weren't even in the top 10. I'm like,
but they have the Clippers
like 11.
at 2.
What?
I'm not putting the Clippers at 2 for the early power rankings.
Are the Lakers at 1, obviously?
Lakers are 1, Clippers 2, Bucks, Nuggets, Mavericks.
Dude.
What did the Mavericks do to get that high? Like, what?
They had a game winner by Luka. They won 2 games against the Clips, right?
That's true.
A healthy Blazers team should be ahead of the Mavericks. Let's be honest here.
Yeah,
I'm not
I
there.
agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah. What for real though? They were the 7th seed. They played pretty good. They lost, and now they're.
Yeah, we were missing Trevor Ariza, Rodney Hood,
Yeah.
Zach Collins, injured CJ. Yeah.
Nurkic had barely played basketball in the last 2 years.
Nurkic balled out and was exhausted by the time the playoffs hit. And that's facts.
Dude, the 76ers are on this list.
They are doing when the process is rolling, bro. They're good. I'd take Ben Simmons over Dame.
That's funny.
Stop.
Can I steer the conversation back to the Blazers? I just have
Yeah.
a couple more points. I just have a few more like free agency guys who I want to talk about as like possible mid-level targets. The first one is someone who I think the Nets are going to be highly incentivized to keep, but that's Joe Harris.
Oh, that's not who I thought you were gonna say.
Who did you think I was going to say?
Prince, but Joe Harris. I like Joe Harris.
Yeah, Joe Harris is does Torian Prince have a player option or no?
I don't know what he has. I just saw someone talking about that.
I don't think Torian's hidden free agency this year, but I think Joe Harris like is cool because I think he somewhat overlaps with like a Rodney Hood or a Gary Trent, kind of like a 2 or 2-3 sort of tweener. That's like good positional size and like good defensive effort guy. He's also like a laser shooter, but I just kind of feel like you can never have enough of that player archetype. So I think Joe Harris is an interesting guy. Jay Crowder.
Facts.
Yeah, Jay Crowder, I've already said is my number 1 target, but another guy on the Heat I like is Derek
Jones Jr.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like good positional size, athletic. I think out of all the players we could sign, he'd probably have the biggest impact on like our defense right away. I don't know if you guys agree with that or not.
Dude,
I'd agree.
So down to add him to the freaking squad.
Yeah, I think he'd be a pretty cool addition. He's definitely a guy who I think we could get if we wanted. A guy who I've said for
Totally attainable.
Yeah, a guy who I've said for every team so far, I'm pretty sure, but who I would also love to see in a Blazers jersey is Justin Holiday.
Oh, yeah, I saw some talking about that.
Yeah, I'm a big Justin Holiday guy.
You see a lot of people talking about stuff.
Yeah.
I do a lot of watching.
Would you guys what do you guys think of bringing back?
Insider on this show.
That's facts.
What's up, Wesley?
What do you guys think of bringing Mo Harkless back?
I'm ready.
Yeah, I'd be down for it too.
Because I feel like I like Joe Harris, knockdown shooter, but I feel like we need a little more size in that. That's why Jake Crowder's a little more appealing.
Mm-hmm.
Derek Jones Jr. too, because I just feel like we're kind of missing that bump.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, so I definitely think like we should use that MLE on like a big name guy, like Wesley was saying, not a big name guy, but like Wesley was saying, like a Mo Harkless or a Jay Crowder or somebody who could like realistically be closing games in the playoffs
for sure. Yeah.
Like a JaMychal Green.
Yeah, JaMychal Green would be cool too. And he's like a guy who could sort of be insurance for Nurk and Zach because we saw in the Clippers that he can play like the 5 if he absolutely has to.
Yeah, facts. I like Mo Harkless. I was sad when he left.
And then one other thing that I think the Blazers should look into, and this kind of is something I would probably target with the trade exception, which I know NBA teams don't usually use trade exceptions, but I think this one will actually make sense for the Blazers to try to look into it. But I think sort of another point guard is sort of like insurance if Anthony Simons has another disappointing season. Because last year you could definitely notice a bit of a weak point in terms of like our secondary playmaking when like Dame and CJ was off the floor. Like I've seen too many possessions where Mario Hazonia has the ball in his hands at this point.
So then what if we bring Evan Turner back?
Yeah, Evan Turner could be one. Another guy who I've been thinking about is what about a Shabazz Napier?
A return. I loved him in Portland.
Yeah, he was sick.
And then another guy who I was thinking, another Washington Wizard, and this would probably be more of a trade deadline move. Obviously, since we acquired that trade exception as part of the Ariza for Bazemore, and they last a year, we can use it in the middle of the season. So Ish Smith on the Wizards would be a guy who I could consider the Blazers bringing in. Obviously, that's only if Anthony Simons has another disappointing season, because if Anthony Simons takes the jump, then I really don't see backup point guard being a problem. So this is mostly just a contingency plan, if nothing else.
Yeah.
It's a lot of potential prospects.
Yeah.
Why'd they get rid of Shabazz?
I don't know. A lot of teams have gotten rid of Shabazz. I think he's kind of underrated by NBA teams.
That's facts.
Why?
Remember the Tim Frazier days?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember those. Is he still in the league, or I wonder?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. I think he was with the Bucks last, right? Or did he go? I don't know.
Yeah, you're right. He was with the Bucks last season, wasn't he? But I don't remember this season.
Just great friends with Dame, I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember? Wait. Brendan Roy.
Brendan?
Yeah, Brandon. My bad. No, I said Brendan Roy. My bad. Those were the days. That man balled out. That was my childhood. Him and what's his name? Steve Blake.
Yeah.
Steve Blake.
Yes. Those were the days, bro.
Rudy Fernandez.
I've got a Rudy Fernandez bobblehead in my Zoom background. He was my first ever favorite Blazer player.
Oh, let's go.
And then obviously my all-time favorite Blazer player got drafted as soon as he left. And then it was Myers Leonard for like...
Oh, yeah. I remember Rudy. Is he playing Europe now?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's like dominates in the Euro leagues. I'm pretty sure he's won a couple MVPs.
What a beast, bro. How much do you make over there? Do you make a decent amount of money?
I think
depending
so.
on how good you are?
Yeah, I think they all make I think they're like in the millions, especially the good players.
Yeah, definitely.
Is it like one like league over there? Is there multiple like by country?
Tons, like one in each country pretty much.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, and then they do like the big Euro League tournaments where all the leagues, kind of the winner of every league combines, and it's like one big tournament of all of Europe. But I don't really know. I don't follow Euro League basketball.
You don't? I'm surprised you don't.
I mean, I watch film of like the draft prospects, but I don't like watch games or anything. So does anybody have any like final thoughts about the Blazers offseason? Any?
They're going to be a big bust next year. It's not going to be
that's
good.
funny. I say we try to add either Jay Crowder, Kelly Oubre, Gallinari, or DJJ.
I think this is a big summer for Neil Olshey. I think if he doesn't deliver this summer with one of the guys that we talked about, I think he's got to go, honestly.
Well, I assume he'll hear this, and so hopefully they'll...
Is he the GM? Or
yeah.
owner?
He's a GM, yeah.
How long's he been there for?
It's been here a while.
Yeah, I think 7 years.
As long as I've been around.
Yeah.
Really.
I guess I would say this is a very big offseason for the Blazers, like Wesley was saying. I think this offseason is kind of interesting because it sort of gives us the illusion of flexibility because we have all the different avenues we've discussed to improving this team. But all that flexibility is just kind of like almost fool's gold because it gets completely locked in next year and the year after that when the Damian Lillard and CJ McCollum contract extensions kick in. So this is going to be the last chance the Blazers have, like probably in the next, this is going to be the last chance to improve the team while like Dame and CJ are in their primes, unless you're going to trade away a major piece of the roster. So I think it's like Wesley was saying, very important that Neil O'Shea and the Blazers front office get this right. And so I definitely think you want to like pick guys you're confident in and either sign them or like in the case of Trent or Zach Collins, like extend them. But if you sign someone to a long-term contract this year, like they damn well better like play well, or because this is
I'm ready for some wins.
This is the last bite at the apple, pretty much.
Yeah. When it's all said and done, how many rings does Dame get?
2. He gets 2.
2. That's what I was gonna say.
When?
Shut up.
But like, when is that gonna happen?
Soon. In the future.
He's gonna get 1 in the next 2 years, and then 1 when he's about to retire.
No way is he getting 1 in the next 2 years.
Yes, he is.
There is zero chance that
That's
happens.
facts.
How?
Well, who's gonna stop him? Stephen Curry?
No. The Lakers are raw. The Clippers are raw. And then the East is looking better. I mean, like the Celtics and the Heat are good.
I'm not worried about the Clippers.
Why?
Because who's good on the Clippers? Kawhi Leonard, that's it.
Oh yeah, that's true. Kind of. They've lost. It's like what happened. What's happening with Paul George?
He's a horrible NBA player. He's barely an NBA caliber player.
What did he do to you?
He's not good at basketball. It's nothing he did to me. It's completely objective.
Yeah, he's terrible.
Flat out ability to play basketball. If I am trying to create an NBA team, he's the last guy I'm looking at. Him and Russell Westbrook are the last 2 guys that come to my mind.
I'm building around Russell Westbrook. Just kidding. What did you think, hey Wesley? What did you think of his bubble play?
Westbrook?
Russell. Yeah.
I thought he was garbage on the Rockets. I just think
I disagree. His passing was on point. I'm just kidding.
I don't think the whole small ball thing worked at all. Like, I don't know what they were trying to do in Houston. It's time.
Yeah,
It's
funny. It's time to take Russell Westbrook and Paul George out of the NBA.
Time to cash in the James Harden stock too.
Send them to Charlotte. Send them all to Charlotte.
That's facts. Send all of them to Charlotte.
Yeah, dude, the Blazers, I don't think that they're winning a ring in the next 2 years. Stop.
Oh, yes, we are.
Yes, we are. Yes, sir.
Yes, we are.
I think the Celtics win one this upcoming season.
The Celtics aren't going to beat the West.
How do you know? I'm not going to. Actually, the Celtics will end up having one of the worst seasons in franchise history if I predict them to win the finals. So I'm not going to do that to them. Every single thing that I predicted was wrong, especially this.
Celtics have good players, but for some reason, I don't really think it's going to work.
Why?
All right, I think I've got to head out, guys. All right. But thanks for having me on again.
All right. Bye, guys. Thank you. Nice meeting you, Wesley.
Bye, guys.
Wait,
Yeah,
Kellan.
nice to meet you guys.
Yo,
What team do you want to do next?
dude, this is on you. Like you're the guy for this.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
it's up to you.
Channon, any preferences?
I don't care.
All right, I'll choose some good ones. Yeah, thanks
All right.
for coming on, Wesley.
Yeah, thanks, Wesley.
Yeah, this was fun. Yeah.
Yeah, come on whenever you want. For sure.
Yeah, for real.
All right. Yeah. Are you guys going to do like a season preview and stuff?
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, yeah.
That's
okay.
dude, Jonah, this is his thing. Like he loves the NBA. He could talk about this for days.
All right. Yeah. Invite me back on for that.
No, yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
All right. Bye guys.
Catch you guys
See
later.
you guys.